Guys, balik lagi sama Halo guys, balik lagi sama gua semua. Nih, kita akan mulai lagi main Game Follet's The Pillars of Earth from the Ashes. Book 1 chapter 6 atau 5. Kalau terakhir waktu kemarin kita kan sempat main juga ya. Nah, kita mulai main ini gamenya pas waktu hari Minggu atau Sabtu, kayaknya Sabtu ya. Kita sempat main ini di Sabtu, terus ya kita mungkin akan lanjut lagi. Gue juga nggak sabar buat lanjutin gamenya. Dan menurut gue ini gue juga pingin main lagi sih aslinya ya. Coba kita cek terlebih dahulu kita harus sampai mana. Kita coba balik lagi ke game ini. Kita continue.
Jonathan. That's the name they've given him.
A gift from God.
Oke. Kita di book berapa ya nih? Gue lupa juga sih. Kayak harusnya 5 sih ya. Ntar kita cek dulu ya. Ini kayaknya 5 sih. Oke, kita coba ya.
Wish I could hold him.
I know. But you have to be careful. They must never know that you are his father.
Gua juga udah lama juga nih dapat.
Stupid cathedral.
Oke. Oh, ini point and click, lupa gua pakai keyboard segala, udah kayak mau main game.
I'd rather not.
Oke. Si Martanya mana? Oh, ini dia.
Here, it'll make you tough again. Thank you.
I told you the baby would be safe.
Care like a brother
Poor
cares.
baby.
Dikasih slingshotnya ke
Monks
Marta.
may be whips, but they take care of their own.
He will grow up to be a monk.
He will.
Oke, kita ngobrol-ngobrol kali ya sama
Yes,
siapa
there are
nggak
worse
tahu. Ini
things
guessing
than growing up
house.
close to God.
Marta, door.
That's
Ini
the
kali.
name they've given
Old
him.
Monk
A
coba.
gift from God.
Ini Aldonus ya.
Wish I could hold him.
I know.
I am not
You
a
have to be
ghost,
careful.
little redhead,
You must never know that
even
you are
if
his
I
father.
am at death's door. If you go first,
Fine.
I will put
Stupid
you in the
cathedral.
ground. It's what I do. I'll make it a nice grave. You'll like it, but you must dig me one too, when my time comes. Agreed?
Oke, agreed aja lah.
That's good. Good. You must not be afraid to die. Death is not the end. There is more after. That's the secret. That is what all this here is about. You see?
Wih, wise words sebenarnya sih walaupun agak serem. Pony. Ini stable coba. Big door. Terus kita harus kemana ya sekarang nih? Agak bingung. Coba kita ke mana nih? Sini kali. Big door kali ya. Ini dikunci. Kita coba ke kitchen.
Yes? Oh, hello.
Amelius.
I'm afraid we're out of food.
Who is it?
The mason's boy. I'm sorry. but I cannot help you. Come back in the morning, will you?
Those poor souls. They can hardly sleep. At least they don't have to take care of a baby.
Siap. Cloister juga nggak bisa ya. Kemana ya kita ya? Belakang coba. Monks. Coba ngobrol dulu nih. Gila habis perang ini.
Who are you?
Bilang aja yes.
Did you see how they killed? I don't think I could. We monks do not.
Okay.
Maybe it was Brother Marcus. Stealing food.
No. After that beating, he would never come back.
What if it is Prior James?
James is dead.
He's still in the river. We couldn't put him to rest.
Could that be?
Philip said Prior James did not commit suicide.
So it couldn't have been him.
Then what did I see? I saw something.
There are things deep in the woods, in the streams, the rocks. Many farmers give them offerings.
They shouldn't do that. They must be demons. An angel would not hide in the forest.
Oke. Ini pasti nggak mungkin kita kesini sih. Ini udah jelas banget kita nggak mungkin ke sana ya.
I will not change my mind on this matter. We will help them, all of them.
Philip. During the chapter meeting, I realized how much anger is in me.
Do you truly think so, Brother Remigius?
Yes, but that does not mean that you can ignore my rightful doubts. As sub-prior, I demand an answer. How could we ever help all these people?
I still hear anger in you. You have a long way to go.
What if they start stealing from... Hey, what are you doing here?
Remigius here is right. This is no place for children.
Now I remember her.
What is it now, Remigius?
This woman. She came with the builder.
Yes?
She is not a refugee.
What do you mean?
She's an outlaw. She's been here in the past. Prior James warned me about her. She is not from Earl's Castle. She's from the forest.
But her husband?
I doubt they are married.
Young man, are you not the builder's son? What's your name?
Jack Builder ya.
Jack Builder.
See, he is the builder's son. Well, then off you go, Jack.
A strange child.
Boy of mystery.
And as suspicious as his mother.
When in doubt, we shall believe in the good of man.
Fornicators. That's what they are. That woman must be expelled from Kingsbridge.
I will let them prove themselves like everyone else.
I wish someone would just tear that cathedral down so we could start afresh.
That would require a miracle, and I really don't know a thing about them.
I'm so tired.
Come, I'll sing you a lullaby. Actually, it's Jack's favourite. A lark caught in a hunter's net
Lark apa ya?
sang sweeter than ever, as if
Bayinya
the
si
falling
ini.
melody
body might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey. The lark is freedom never. All birds and men are sure to die, but songs may live forever.
Serem loh musik-musik ini. Sejujurnya ini serem. Oke. Wih, dapat candle. Crack in the wall. Wih, dapat bowl gitu. Wah, ada staircase nanti. Kita akan naik nih.
Prior James.
Prior James. Ada apa-apa sejauh ini? Coba. Don't do it kali ya. Oh, bisa dibakar anjir. Oke. Kabur. Aduh, lock.
What? So much smoke.
Waduh. Lompat dong.
There's a breeze coming from the back.
You! I know you. I am Max Michael. It is you! By God and the devil!
What the fuck?
They sent you back to punish me. I told them we must repent for what we did to you. To all of them. for my sins. Cast me into the lake of fire.
The fuck?
Francis, only 2 days have passed since you left our...
Dia pergi ya.
Much has happened in these 2 days. Many desperate men, women, and children have found refuge here. The Earl of Shiring was arrested. His castle taken by my bishop's allies. The people that we shelter were driven from that castle. Francis, I know this was not your fault, but I, myself, cannot but feel responsible for their fate.
Philip itu baik banget sih orangnya.
Milius and Cuthbert have taken it upon themselves to feed the baby. They called it Jonathan, the gift of God.
Jonathan.
Johnny Eightpence was right. He loves goat milk. A gift of God. And yet someone gave up on him. I will not give up on him, or on anyone else. Not on us either, brother, even if the hope for my own redemption is as small and frail as Jonathan is. I pray that this letter finds you in good health. In consideration of my own, I ask that you not talk about our parents again. One must let these things rest. I have made my peace and won't hear any more of it. I heard from you that only 3 in Earl Robert's employ can read. One of them is my brother. Your brother, Philip.
Bakaran dia nggak nyadar.
No! Get out of there!
What? What is that?
My God! Save yourselves! The saint! We must save the saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! Adolphus! The saint! We must save him! No! Don't go!
Waduh, ribet dah udah. Anjir. Aftermath.
While the monks and refugees cleaned up, I kept hidden. I hadn't expected that a magnificent building like this could so utterly collapse. That the ignorant little boy that I had been could so easily turn it back into a pile of dirty stones. I knew then that I had done something wrong, and no one could ever find out.
Except God.
Prior Philip, I had the site cleared. It should be safe now.
Good work. Thank you, Master Builder. This concludes a very long night, then.
Many people left already. They asked me to thank you for your kindness. They're sorry for what happened.
Well, they should thank God for his mercy. No one got hurt, no one died. 45 monks and 11 novices, all accounted for. No one's missing.
No one?
Milius and Cuthbert even saved our saint from the crypt.
Do you know what caused this?
Someone set fire to the roof.
Do you suspect anyone?
No. The church was empty when we
Langsung
locked the
tahu jago
doors.
juga.
Oh, no one got hurt. The books were saved. Even the bones of your saint were unharmed. Maybe this happened for a reason.
What do you mean?
Here. Let me show you something. I want you to look through the loop on top. Tell me, what do you see?
Dawn.
I see dawn.
Right. Prior, I am deeply sorry about what happened to your church, but you must remain steadfast. No, you're only seeing the sunrise because you're facing east, straight east, like a church. Now, I know you have no money, and that helping people is more important, but we could start right here. Take the stones we've got, and the people who want to help.
So, what is it I am looking at, Tom Builder?
It's the aisle of your new cathedral.
Woi.
I see it. I see now.
Bisa imajinasi dulu lah. We agree to bury Arnaldo after his death. You didn't mean to burn the cathedral. Wih, nice, chapter 6 guys. Winchester, aduh, tempat perang dong tadi.
A few weeks later, I received an invitation from Bishop Waleran. In Winchester, we and Waleran's allies were to meet King Stephen himself. The bishop seemed assured that because we had helped the king, Stephen would support us in return.
Okay.
And that with his help, we would be able to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral.
Dikasih duit kali sama King Stephen kali ya.
Percy Hamley.
Bishop Waleran. Good morning.
Ali! It's them! Over there! The Hamleys!
Again, thank you for your assistance in Kingsbridge, my son.
We have to thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. Right, Mother?
Of course. Well, don't just stand there. Walk out with me, but very calmly. We can't let them see us.
Oh, children, pardon me.
Telinganya robek.
Now we're only missing one more.
Here he is.
Good morning.
Bishop Henry, this is my prior.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge, my Lord Bishop.
You won't have to say much today, Philip.
Leave the talking to us.
No, leave the talking to me. King Stephen is my brother, after all. Let us make haste. My brother is an early riser.
Chapter 6 guys. Kalau lagi cerah-cerah gitu seru juga ya.
We must make haste. I want to go hunting in the New Forest. England is full of game. No comparison to Normandy. This country's still wild.
This is Waleran Bygod, the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Waleran, I remember you. We've met before.
And Percy Hamley.
My king.
He brought Bartholomew to justice. And it's not the first time he's helped me. He has Norman blood in him. We should hunt together someday.
Indeed, sire.
Bartholomew, on the other hand, will not leave the jail alive.
Oh, dia tangkap ya.
Percy Hamley did not do it without help, my lord. It was I who told him of the plot against you.
And now you come to be rewarded as well. I see.
My brother, the Cathedral of Kingsbridge has burnt down. Waleran asks for a reward, not for himself. He asks for our church.
I take it your church cannot afford to rebuild that cathedral, Henry. Neither can the crown.
I, or rather Bishop Waleran, had an idea. You could give the Earl of Shiring's lands to the Bishop of Kingsbridge to finance the rebuilding of the cathedral.
I like the idea. But Percy and his men were the ones who took Earl's Castle, not Bishop Waleran. Right, Percy?
Yes, my king.
He knows the area, and he will be a loyal Earl, will you not?
Of course, my king.
Oh, Hamley jadi
You ought to give thanks to God first. God made you king.
Don't go on like that, Henry. Don't do that. You know what happens when you do that. It was a long way to this throne. A long way.
Yes, my brother.
Now I will hunt.
My Lord King, I thank you for being willing to reconsider the future of the Shiring earldom.
When shall we hear your decision?
Tomorrow. Bring my bow. Tell the men we hunt.
Okay.
Philip, Waleran and I have much to discuss.
All right. But what can I do to help?
Well, my brother asked me to get a confession from the traitor Bartholomew. A confession would be helpful against those who believe Bartholomew's arrest was unjust, and it may help us to convince my brother to forget all about his promise to Percy Hamley.
Ah, jadi ribet. Oke, ada tujuan kita.
I wonder how much of a Christian Stephen really is.
Percy Hamley will have the old... But would he... Now that... From what I...
Shiring ya.
Ah, Philip.
What is it?
About Bartholomew...
Maybe you can...
I do not believe my prior can do...
Perhaps he knows he will die, no matter...
Okay.
Please excuse me.
Of course.
Percaya Philip bisa semuanya.
Bartholomew and his followers would have only been the first wave. Robert of Gloucester remains, and he will attack.
And that's what you keep, maybe because the king...
Robert of Gloucester wants to see his sister. He will attack. And the Welsh will fight on his side.
They think Robert...
Far side atau yard ada lagi ya. Oh, Hamley.
How could you let her get away? That little bitch.
I will find her, Mother. She was here? Why?
To see her father, of course. But that won't help her. She has already made a fool of you once. Don't let it happen again.
No, Mother.
Keras nyokapnya itu.
I remember how he mocked Francis. This is not a Christian man.
Ini ngomongnya di sebelah.
Monk. It's about...
Huh? Reagan, we have not been formally in...
You are a fool. Is that formal enough for... You don't understand any of this, do you? It's as if you've never set a single foot outside your little priory. Unbelievable.
Diemin. Kacangin.
How you let yourself be used by those two greedy bishops, I'll never know. Waleran wants the lands of the earldom for himself. Henry knows that. Say something. You don't believe me, do you, monk?
Doubt her words.
You are only worrying about your husband's land.
Well, of course I am, and you should be too. If Waleran wins, we both lose. I know you don't trust me, but your bishops are no different from me. You are at a crossroads. It is your choice. I can prove it. You don't believe me, do you,
Ayo
monk?
lemau.
Ride with my son, William. Just a few hours. I will prove to you that Waleran will betray you.
All right, I will ride with your son, if only to prove you wrong.
Very well. Maybe you're not a fool, after all. But do not let the bishops see you. William?
Gue mau ngobrol sama ini.
Ride with Father Philip. Do as I said.
No! Shit. Ada.
William Hamley declined to tell me where we were.
Bentar. No! Shit. Coba kita ulang dulu deh guys. Bentar ya. Kita buka lagi gamenya. Gitu gak yang gua pinginin sih jawabannya. Nge-lag gua ya. Coba. Nah ini udah. Coba lain lagi. Dah. Continue. Ini load gamenya nggak tahu ya dari mana. Oh dari sini. Oke lah. Oke.
Percy Ham.
Gak ada yang penting-penting kan? Ya udahlah.
How could you let that little bitch?
I will find.
She will just see. She has already.
No.
The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Bishop Henry sends me.
The bishop, eh? What does he want?
He wants me to talk to Bartholomew of Shiring.
Bartholomew of Shiring? Ha! It's only Bartholomew now. It's his 4th day without bread. Soon he won't even be Bartholomew anymore.
Anjir gak makan 4 hari. Laparnya minta ampun sih, kerasa banget itu.
Bartholomew, I am Brother Philip. We have never met, but I am responsible for your fate.
No one ever chose my fate for me. I choose my fate.
Your conspiracy, was it really worth dying for?
Stephen sent you. Why would you side with the usurper?
I was asked to make you confess.
Stronger men tried that before you. Why should I confess to you?
Your people found refuge in my priory. Your confession will help me to give them work and shelter.
I have no sins to confess. My only regret is that I failed.
I will not tell the king that. They will kill you.
They have already done that. Monk, tell them that I confessed.
To what?
All of it. Treason.
But...
The son shall not suffer for the iniquity of the father. Tell Stephen that as well.
You know the scripture?
Richard and Aliena, my children, they must live.
Okay.
And a good day to you too, Father.
Good day.
You come to visit, or do you want to pick out? See? A smile, just for you.
Ini harus ngapain ya?
Francis and I wanted to help King Stephen to protect... I doubt these people.
Monk.
Huh? Rig, we've not...
You are a... Is that for... You don't understand any of this, do you? It's as if you've never set a single foot outside your little priory.
Diamin aja.
Unbelievable.
Biarin diamin aja kok kayak gitu mah. Kita ingat jabatan sih sebenarnya. Kalau ada jabatan,
how you let yourself be used by those two greedy bishops, I'll never know. Waleran wants the lands of the earldom for himself. Henry knows that. Say something. You don't believe me, do you, monk? Don't tell me you didn't suspect any of this. This is how politics works. I know you don't trust me, but your bishops are no different from me. You are at a crossroads. It is your choice.
Do you have a way to prove any of this?
Ride with my son, William. Just a few hours. I will prove to you that Waleran will betray you.
All right. I will ride with your son, if only to prove you wrong.
Very well. Maybe you're not a fool, after all. But do not let the bishops see you. William?
What?
Ride with Father Philip. Do as I said.
Nyokapnya ini bikin dianya agak keras ya.
William Hamley declined to tell me where we were heading. He enjoyed keeping me in the dark and forcing me to follow his lead. Sometimes he sped ahead on his war horse, and it took me some effort to catch up. But sooner or later he would stop and wait, sneering as I rejoined him. On one occasion he stood there urinating against a rock. When I caught up with him, he turned without covering himself. He found my shock at his shameful behavior comical. He laughed, got back into the saddle, spurred his horse and rode off. Again I followed, hoping this journey had not been another.
Sini ya.
Near a bridge, I found William with a group of washerwomen. He was shouting at them. When I arrived, I could only hear their replies. They said that they had not seen a girl or a boy fitting his description. A younger, blonde woman said that even if she had seen the girl, she would not tell him. Apparently, she had heard of William. William grabbed the startled-looking woman by the arm. He shoved his right hand under her skirt. She started crying. The other women asked William to stop, but were afraid to anger him. William turned and grinned when he saw me approaching. When he heard my words, William's grin faded. He pushed the young woman away. The other women looked at me in a strange way. They must have asked themselves why a monk would ride with such a man as William. We rode off, and William stared. I told him I pitied him. I did not tell him why, because I had no words for it. We did not talk after that.
Yalah, kecil.
William talked to more strangers along the way. First, I believed he was asking for directions. Then I realized that money was changing hands. William was paying these people for information. I was glad that for now he had lost interest in hurting others. Then I saw an old woman pointing William to a bearded man on a horse. William called the man a horse thief. Then he grinned and signaled the puzzled man to get on his horse and ride with him. They rode faster and faster, and I could not hear what more. I could not hear much. It seemed the man had agreed on a deal with William. He received a handful of coins, and before he rode off north, I believed I heard the two mention a name, Aliena, and I prayed that whatever William's plan was, that it would fail. Then William waved at me to ride faster. I reckoned we had to be close to where Lady Hamley wanted us to go. Not long after, my stomach turned as I realized just...
Bishop Wheeler's place. Okay. Okay, ini getting interesting sih sebenarnya.
Just a moment.
What?
You know very well that Bishop Wheeleran is in Winchester now. So what are we doing here?
No idea. Mother never tells me anything. She treats me and Father like damn children. It's a wonder Father ever got to fuck her in the first place. But here I am, and I'm starving. Damn, I'm starving.
Where are you going?
In there.
No!
I'm sure the bishop would want to see me well fed. We won't be staying long, so whatever it is you gotta do it fast. How can I help you? How about you step aside?
Aduh. Oke. Udah apa aja sih ini?
What is that?
Construction. Coba bentar, agak takut sih ini masalah. Bakal ada sesuatu yang terjadi nih kayaknya. Pecah-pecah bibir gua.
Please. You were here before. Yes. Philip is...
Yes.
Please.
What happened?
He forced me to serve him. He took the Lord's name in vain. And he pushed me and touched me.
Oh, God.
Bisexual dia kayaknya.
Ah, the monk. Oh. Did the boy call you? So what? Did he ask you for help? Did he come running to you?
Diemin aja.
Come on. Did he tell on me? We're young men, he and I play rough. So what?
I asked you to leave.
Listen, we're all on the same side here. You, me, him, we're all working for the bishop. We are all men of God. Well, I'm a man. I don't know what you call yourselves. Just kidding, all right?
Diemin aja dulu.
You do sinful things. Sinner.
So what? Everyone is. The bishop told me. But my sins are forgiven. Now, we will stay here a while longer, as I've not finished eating. Shit.
Ada apa aja sih? Waduh, kotor. Oke, coba bentar ya.
There, that looks better. Better.
Everything's in order.
It looks better now.
Coba load dulu. Saya biarin berantakan aja gitu disuruhnya sih.
Throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
What?
Hell. It is a depiction of hell.
The bishop said the relief intimidates even his most impious visitors. They all fear death.
I'm not afraid to die.
Do not fear those who kill the body. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell.
Who's he?
The devil. A fallen angel.
I have nothing to be afraid of.
The cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, and all liars. Their souls are the devil's. They will all go to hell.
Stop it! Hell is far away. I'm not afraid.
And if anyone's name was not found written in the book of life, he was thrown into the lake of fire.
What's that?
It's from the scripture. The end of days.
The second death of the sinners.
Bishop Wayland said that if a sinner stares into the flame, the devil stares back from the lake of fire.
What?
I can't see him.
Waduh.
What is it?
We ride back to Winchester. Now! What happened?
Maybe he saw things to come.
How can I thank you?
Tell me, what is being built out there?
Iya, ini penting sih.
Substantial construction is underway, it seems.
Yes, but...
What is it?
A castle. The bishop is building a castle.
Perang ini dia, Waileran.
A castle? Why a castle?
I don't know. It is not for me to ask or question the bishop.
Of course.
And I doubt it's for you to question him either. That man, William, had no idea why you two came here, had he? You came here to spy on the bishop. You brought this man here. Leave! Go! But leave the tableware.
I only wanted to tidy up the table.
Of course. I knew you couldn't be trusted ever since I saw you stealing apples and hay when you first came here.
Oke. Waileran mau perang juga
There you
kelihatannya.
are. My son seemed thoughtful when he returned.
You priests and your talk. You always get to him.
He seemed more excited after talking to your bishop, though. Then again, we know Waileran is good with words. Don't we, my husband?
Of course, yes.
Speaking of Waileran, what did you find, monk?
Kasih tahu nggak ya? Dia harusnya udah tahu sih.
A construction site.
Ah. So Waileran has a building project of his own. Did you also find out what he is building?
A castle.
Yes. He is building a castle for himself. And he used up every stone and every tree on his own
Betul.
lands. He claims he wants Bartholomew's land for your cathedral. But what Waileran wants is a castle.
He's always been like that.
What do you want from me?
As Prior of Kingsbridge, you will agree that my husband shall have the whole earldom of Shiring.
And why would I do you a favor like that?
Because we will support the rebuilding of your cathedral with our stones and our
Betul.
timber.
The
Waileran
king can live up to all of his promises, and Waileran gets nothing.
That is our offer.
Waileran nggak
What do you
punya
say?
apa-apa juga.
No, we have no deal.
Why not?
We made you a good offer.
Your offer is not enough. Nggak dia enough sih sebenarnya. But you need me.
You need me. The king still considers giving all the lands of the earldom to Waileran to rebuild our cathedral. You need this deal with me just as much as I do.
This is... Oh. We taught this fool well, it seems.
What are your terms, father?
What is more valuable, arable land or forest?
Arable land, of course.
Then you shall have the arable and I'll have the forest.
I need the forest to hunt. An earl must have his hunting grounds.
You can hunt there. I just want the timber for my cathedral.
Ugh.
Which do you want, the cattle pastures or the sheep grazings?
The pasture.
Then I'll have the hill farms with their sheep. Would you like the income from markets or the quarry?
Suppose we said the quarry.
You won't though, will you?
No. We'll take the markets. You can have the stones.
It is agreed then?
We have a pact. My husband will let
Anjas.
the king know of our agreement. Bishop Waleran will be quite surprised. You will see his true face when he does not get what he wants.
Waleran emang awalnya kelihatannya baik-baik gitu, diem-diem, tapi lama-lama emang kerasa sih ada sesuatu dia tuh.
No need.
Jalan aja lah. Not bad, not bad, not bad start. Ini lumayan unik sih, sekali gagal doang.
Ah, Philip.
What is it?
Oke.
He confessed to everything, but he asks for clemency for his children.
Good. I will let my brother know what we have achieved today once he returns from the hunt.
Good, Philip. You did well.
About
My brother was never one to judge a man by the deeds of his father. Still, I shall mention Bartholomew's request to him.
Oke. Jangan, ini jangan banget.
Maybe I should come back tomorrow.
Yes, there is not much a monk can do here.
Yes, your bishop and I will do what we can to help your priory.
Mereka mempertanyakan.
My loyal subject, Percy Hamley, today becomes the Earl of Sharing. Of the former Earl's possessions, Percy shall have the castle, and all the land that is tenanted to knights, plus all other arable land and low-lying pasture.
I swear by all that is holy to be your liegeman, and to fight for you against any other.
My king...
Ah, yes. Of course, I have not forgotten the worries of my bishops. The Earl of Sharing himself, Percy here, solved this problem for me. Thanks to him, I can uphold my promise. Don't worry, Bishop Waleran. Kingsbridge shall be rebuilt. Percy told me of a man here whom my brother has not yet introduced. Come forward, Prior.
My brother, may I present to you Philip of Gwynedd?
My king.
You seem afraid. What are you worried about? Don't worry if you are at a loss for words. This is an exciting day for you. Now, about the arrangement between you and Percy Hamley.
Bingung juga mau pilih mana, takut salah.
He insisted that I give the sheep grazings belonging to the former Earl to the Priory of Kingsbridge. The Priory will also have the right to take stone from the Earl's quarry and timber from his forest. I wholeheartedly agree with the plan you two have devised. It shall be done.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.
It seems unnecessarily complicated to give the land to the bishop. Percy told me that you, Father Philip, share that sentiment. He told me it was your idea to take up the burden of managing the rebuilding of the cathedral yourself.
Wonderful.
I'm glad that we all were able to help you, Bishop Waleran, in this pressing matter. After all you have done for me.
Thank you, Lord King.
Bartholomew lost everything in his attempt to end my reign. This morning he was found dead in his cell.
Oh, mati. Okay.
I've heard that you, Prior, worry for his children, Richard and Aliena. While they shall lose their status, their name, and their land, they shall go free. wherever they are.
Wih.
You must be very proud, Lady Hamley.
Of course. Father Philip has been very understanding in all this.
Yes, he is remarkable. Very remarkable.
My husband and I were terrified when we heard about the fire in Kingsbridge. It is a blessing that we can help him and his priory now.
You sowed the wind, Philip.
Buat musuh sama Waileran sih, bener. Soalnya Waileran emang kerasa banget ini sih. Jahat juga gitu. Waileran sih kerasa banget jahat banget ya. Dia buat kastil sendiri. Oh, few
Is
weeks
everyone
sudah
ready?
jadi ya.
Yes, everyone will be there.
Ini
But
final
how are we to
chapter harusnya
pray
ya.
and
So
contemplate
kita tutup deh.
like this? I don't dare even to send my choir out there. We shall get used to it, all of us.
We must be thankful for all of this, for each noise, each face that disturbs us here.
We shall start with the chancel, then gradually work our way from east to west. That's the way it's done to do it.
I value your enthusiasm, my dear Mason, but so far we're only cleaning up. I haven't even considered hiring a master builder yet, neither you nor anyone else.
May I show you some drawings?
By all means.
When we walk around the site, we mark where the walls will be, the pillars, the doors and buttresses. Now for that we need a plan like this, to tell us where to place our pegs and string.
Is this how birds would see our church?
Exactly. I haven't told you. The nave is on the left. It has 6 bays.
And the chancel?
The chancel will have 4 bays.
I can see the transept is 2 bays wide, so it will be 12 in total. It does look splendid, but isn't that rather small?
It would be smaller, but not less impressive.
I guess a small cathedral would be closer to our means. It is still also uncertain. The king grants us timber and stone and wool from Shiring's pastures. But only God knows if it will be enough. I don't suppose you have any idea how much this would cost.
I know exactly how much this would cost. It would be no more than £3,000.
I've spent the last few weeks working out the annual income of the Priory. Here's the answer. £300 a year. And we spend every penny. Go on now, show me the rest of your drawing.
Oh, ini pilihannya si Tom.
Here, you can see the...
I note. It is remarkable how much you can reveal with so...
Thank you. If you were facing the cathedral with the front wall torn down, you would see it like this.
Interesting. What's that? Coming out from above the entrance?
nave will be about 32 feet high and will appear even higher.
Drawing the eye heavenward with its loftiness.
Well said. A chamber worthy of God.
I always wondered how walls this high could hold up so well.
You recognise the aisles?
Of course. I've been in quite a few churches in my time.
Did you know then that their purpose is to support the nave?
Fascinating. I must say, you do know your craft, Master Builder.
Not many understand the importance of the aisles.
I can imagine. Very interesting. Now, tell me more about the construction on top.
That's the tower, of course.
I thought so, but why is it right above the nave? Shouldn't it be closer to the transept?
Oh, don't be fooled. The tower is, of course, farther back, but one cannot show depth in a drawing.
Ah, of course. How high will it be?
Nggak tahu.
Three halves of the nave.
That sounds reasonably modest. What about the other drawings?
The Lord will be satisfied.
That is...
No cathedral could stand without the but.
Yes, you...
Elevation coba.
Imagine you're standing in the centre of the nave, looking at the wall. This is what you see.
Are those windows?
Right, but that's not all. Starting right in the middle is the tribune gallery. Any further questions concerning the gallery?
No.
On top are the clear-story window.
Yes, of course.
On the lowest level are the pillars of the arcade. They're joined by arch. Through the archways you can see the windows in the arch.
I can see you've put a lot of thought into this. I was just... How long would this take to build? You can take your time with that answer.
Nggak tahu ini. Ya gue bukan builder aja. 8 to 10 years with 60 mason, 15 years with 30 mason. Ya sama aja sih ya.
Well, that depends on how many people you employ. If you can afford 60 masons, you could build the whole church at once instead of working from east to west. That might take 8 years, maybe 10.
I wish my monastic officials had your ability to think ahead and calculate. So, I need to find £200 a year. It doesn't sound so bad when you put it that way. You really want to build this cathedral yourself, don't you?
Yes, Father. I want you to appoint me Master Builder.
Why?
Because he wants to give people hope.
Is that so? Then answer me this one last question. If people were to enter your church, what image would they see crowning the tympanum above the entrance? One of Judgment Day to teach people to be good? Or one of Paradise to remind them of God's mercy?
Show them hell, so that they're afraid to do bad things. I'd rather see trees and animals.
It should be the promise of a better life. Therefore, it will show heaven.
Yes.
Milius, is there news of my brother?
No, unfortunately not. No one has seen or heard from him since the Bishop and Percy Hamley were here.
Papa, will there be statues inside? Statues?
Oh. That's enough, children. It's time you went out and played.
Jawabannya nggak salah dua-duanya sih.
Yes?
My first wife, Agnes. She died without a priest, and she's buried in unconsecrated ground. Sometimes a man builds a chapel, or founds a monastery, in the hope that in the afterlife God will remember his piety. I just wonder, do you think my design might serve to protect Agnes's soul?
God no longer asks for blood sacrifices, for the ultimate sacrifice has already been made. But the lesson of Abraham's story is that God demands the best we have to offer, that which is most precious to us. So you must ask yourself, is this design the best thing you could offer?
Except for my children. Yes.
Then rest easy, Tom Builder. God will accept.
Coba. Diem doang lagi kayak mati gitu. Kingsbridge ya. Contract employment. Wih, jadi master builder ya. Oke. Wih, lagi dibuat. Guys, lagi dibuat, guys. Oh, jadi Jack kita sekarang. Unfriendly monks.
Jack, do me a favor and give Paul these herbs, will you?
But he's a monk. You don't like monks.
Well, it turns out not all of them are bad. Still, be careful before you trust any one of them.
There he is! Give our prior the welcome he deserves!
Oh, you know, I am only following God's will.
Prepare to raise the bell! Make the prior proud!
Well, thank you.
Go on, Jack. Don't forget about Paul's herbs.
Where have I seen that woman before?
Okay. Oh, kesini kali ya. Diemin dulu aja lah. Paul yang mana ya, Paul? Oh, ini nih Paul. He looks like an old tree.
This is from my mother.
Oh, bless her. Boy, whatever Remedius says, your mother is a saint. Oh, is that the bell? Can you see it from here? A bell without a cathedral. Your father certainly had strange ideas.
It might be. What's a bell?
Oh, princess.
Excuse me? You. I remember you. You're the boy with no father.
Actually, I have two fathers now.
Is that so?
Yes. Tom Builder and Jack Sherburg.
I thought you weren't the builder's son.
Well, I am now.
I have to say, Prior Philip told me there would be a lot of sheep here. I can see he wasn't exaggerating.
You know Philip too?
I do. He's the reason I'm here. Is he around?
He should be around somewhere. Busy man, that fellow. But don't worry. You probably won't have to look for him for long.
All right. Thank you.
Gila, dari princess jadi gini. Aduh, kasihan dulu hidup zaman dulu tuh kayak gitu. Berat. Gara-gara perang, emang semuanya gara-gara perang. Hamley.
Shall we go after them?
Walter.
No. Now we know where we can find them.
Ha! Ho!
Oh, Walter yang tadi dikasih duit.
My bishop, William Hamley, has returned to see you.
Send him in, Timothy. We have much to discuss.
Wah, kelar. Aduh, kelar. Guys, udah kelar kita. Book 1 kelar.
Next time on the Pillars of the Earth,
Udah.
find out what happened to me and my brother Richard after the siege of our father's castle. What will the future hold in store for Kingsbridge? The Pillars of the Earth, Sowing the Wind.
Ini kalimat-kalimatnya ini nih, Waileran. You sow the wind. Nice, good. Oke guys, lumayan seru. Book 1 kelar, 2 stream kita jalanin. Stream pertama mungkin lama banget, itu sampai kalian sahur, gua sahur, semuanya sahur. Duh, sampai sariawan gua. Oke, book 1 kelar. Mungkin kita lanjut lagi next time buat book 2. Book 2 chapter 1 ya. Gue juga penasaran. Ini gue pingin bener-bener tamatin secepat mungkin, dikarenakan gue suka banget ceritanya. Gak bohong, ini ceritanya keren. Dan dari sisi gue sih, timelinenya tuh enak banget. Gak terlalu lama, gak terlalu cepet. Dia pas banget. Misalkan ngasih tahu si Bartholomew mati, ya udah langsung mati gitu. Dia soalnya nggak ada apa-apa lagi gitu, nggak ada konspirasi dia kabur atau apa. Itu terlalu banyak drama kali ya, bisa dibilang. Terus apalagi ya, dari segi musiknya sih bagus sih, gue suka banget musiknya. Ini emang dari bener tuh, dari Ken Follett, story Ken Follett, dari Ken Follettnya sendiri buat novel ini. Dan menurut gue ini keren banget ternyata dijadiin game. Cara yang benar sih buat ininya, jadiin game ini bagus soalnya. Selanjutnya ya dari segi storyline itu udah fix bagus ya. Apalagi yang kurang, nggak ada, kayak kurangnya mungkin ini kali ya. Bukan terlalu mudah. Bukan terlalu mudah, tapi apa ya namanya ya? Bukan actionnya nggak ada, tetapi kitanya kurang pilihan lebih dalam kali ya. Tapi kayaknya tadi pilihannya lumayan banyak sih seharusnya, cuman kita baru melakukan satu playthrough ya. Satu playthrough doang kita ngelakuin. Tapi mau gimana pun jadi hitungannya gerejanya itu pasti ambruk gitu. Gua udah kayak cek, kayak nggak batalin ininya, rencananya udah nggak hancur, apa, batalin itunya udah ini juga, tetap aja kebakar. Well, kita juga cek lagi nanti ke depannya. Ini lagi rame-rame Resident Evil soalnya sekarang ya. Udah ada yang beli, main di PC, PS. Dan giliran gua nih streamnya tentang ini. Kalau ditanya kapan mau RE, aduh, gua mau banget sih RE juga, cuman masih mahal banget. Buat kalau banyak yang request mau RE, gua RE dah. Kalau mau setelah ini nih, setelah stream ini nih, sampai book 3 chapter terakhir nih tentang Pillars of the Earth. Kalau banyak yang pingin gue main Resident Evil, kabarin aja, lakukan chat. Jangan lupa subscribe di YouTube gue, YouTube channel gue. Semoga kalian inilah demen juga game-game yang kayak gini. Terus ya gitu doang sih itu. Ini langsung aja kali ya. Nah, oke, kita sudah selesai chapter 1 From the Ashes. Emang gerejanya udah hancur menurut gua, bener-bener udah parah lah ya. Kita musuhan sama Bishop Waileran, yang kalau kita temenan sama dia mungkin kacau ya. Bisa jadi bagus, bisa enggak. Kita nggak tahu. Sebenarnya gini, kenapa gua pilih juga ke Hamley. Waileran tuh mungkin dia di sisi kita, tapi di balik layar kita nggak tahu dia bakalan sejahat apa ke kita gitu. Bisa aja dia diam-diam konspirasi ke kita atau apa. Dia dapat semua haknya ke tanah. Contohnya kayak ke forestnya, batu juga buat kastilnya dia gitu. Bisa aja dia jahat gitu. Kita nggak tahu. Nah terus gue pilih Hamley soalnya kita udah tahu dia jahat. Ya udahlah gitu ya. Cara satu-satunya ya kita coba ambil wilayah yang kita inginkan gitu. Contohnya yaitu forest, quarry, ships, ya market, gitu-gitulah. Kita butuh itu semua sebenarnya. Dan oleh karena itu ya mungkin Waileran juga mungkin mau nge-share, cuman dari sisi kita kalah kalau mau nge-share sama Waileran. Kita nggak, dia ada jabatan sebagai bishop, sebagai salah satu act of God gitulah ya, salah satu dari representatif dari God. Dia jabatannya lebih tinggi dibanding kita. Yang pasti kita nggak ada hak untuk minta sesuatu dari dia, kecuali kalau misalkan kita satu prior tapi minta ke salah satu lord, earl gitu, earl. Nah itu baru make sense, karena mungkin bisa bilang jabatannya mungkin mirip gitu, almost the same. Jadi makanya aku pilih Hamley juga. Itu bisa dibilang salah atau enggak kita nggak tahu. Kalau kita pilih Waileran mungkin Hamley-nya akan musuhan sama kita. Kita nggak tahu juga. Belum coba scene yang lain. Tapi untuk itu kita akan tutup dulu stream ini. Kita akan ketemu lagi nanti kapan lagi, perkiraan mungkin besok. Besok ini gua akan stream lagi di malam hari. Ntar gua post di Twitter lah ya. Kapan gua streamnya di The Pillars of the Earth book 2 chapter 8. Chapter 8 kita akan mulai lagi, start fresh, pembangunan gereja. Paling itu dulu. Dan kita nggak tahu nanti ke depannya politiknya gimana dan lain-lain. Oke, itu aja. Thank you guys all for watching. See you soon.